Alright guys, it's William jumping here. Yeah, I know you guys think that this game looks pretty raw, right? Whether the lightsaber, whether it's the heat laser or this and the head, the body, right? It seems like like a child that's using I don't know, using a pen to draw on a canvas rather than a sort of a actual game. So what we're going to do is to redesign this game and to import a game assets into that. So what we just have done is that we made the logic of the game object, but we need to beautify it. Okay, so let's try to do that. And this series tutorial will not focus too much on this game asset. If you are interested, I got a YouTube channel called Learn Digital Art with William Jamin, and I will share all sort of digital art tutorial on it, as well as the latest advancements of the modeling using Blender or sort of thing, and using the midjourney, using the stable diffusion, and using Colab and using GPU to train your model. And this is a great way to combine your artistic skill with the latest technology, and you can do a lot of things. But let's just come back to this tutorial. So I will just do a brief introduction, maybe just using one or two videos to share with you guys the workflow of it. It will not be perfect because I want to save time. So if you want to learn more the detail about digital art, you can go to my other channel. I will share more on that channel. All right. So let's continue. So I'm going to share with you guys a pretty powerful tool called midjourney, and I think you can generate a tons of a picture for free, and then you have to buy their subscription service. And so basically you are going to have a Discord server installed. That installation and all sort of a setting I'll share with you at my another digital art channel. But of course you can also Google it or ask a GPT, something like that, right? And once you got that, you can just input the prompt, and midjourney will generate that image for you. And that is good enough, especially for the indie developer like me. So if you want to develop a game with a pretty small team, you can do that, because you don't need to worry about too much about game assets, and buy assets is pretty expensive. Okay, so here is some midjourney magic that I find is pretty helpful. It's called sprite sheet. Sprite sheet essentially is sort of a design sheet that you did for your character, and when you make your sprite, say running or jumping or sort of attacking, defending animation, and you can draw the reference from this sprite sheet. So there are a lot of sprite sheet available for the artificial intelligence to learn from it. So if you tell the midjourney to generate sprite sheet for you, they will give you a pretty good sprite sheet example, right? As you guys can see, it's a pretty good sprite sheet. You even got the lightsaber, something like that. You got the laser. I think this is a pretty good example of laser here. So I'm going to by the way, once you enter that, it will just generate 4 fundamental image for you, and you can say, hey, this image is exactly what I want, and I want to upscale it. So I'm going to upscale the third. Okay, so click it, and it will update and upscale it, of course. And this is the image I upscaled. I just enter sprite sheet Star Wars lightsaber, and of course I upscale it, and then you just choose whatever lightsaber that you think is looks pretty good. And I think this one looks pretty good, this ominous green one, and this one even more ominous, but it's a little bit skewed, but do add a little bit characteristic to it. And this guitar rock style like is also pretty interesting, so you can choose from it. And I think yeah, you will wait a little bit longer, it can generate the other asset as well. And of course, you can even use that to generate character. For example, I use sprite sheet, laser, and Star Wars, and they accidentally generate the character in the Star Wars. All the robots as well as the sort of pixelized character, and I think this looks pretty good, and it sort of give you some inspirations, and you can start from there. Okay, and yeah, let me pause the video because the midjourney may require some time to generate, but yeah, this sort of generate. Okay, so this is pretty good, and you can save all this good image into your local PC or Mac, and then you can work on that. And I'm going to just save it inside of a 2D tutorial asset, so you can see it in your game. And of course, we need to change that a little bit, but I will show you how this is done. But first, I need to save it. So this may be some laser reference image, and of course, you can save this lightsaber. Alright, and lightsaber and PNG. Don't forget to add it. I think I just forgot to add PNG, but don't worry, I'm going to add it later on. I'm not to do yeah, all of it. I just want to show you guys one or two workflow, sort of like a pipeline of the workflow. Okay. Alright, so after you have saved it in the asset, and we got laser, we got lightsaber, and I'm going to open it. So let's open. So by the way, this is a Photoshop. If you're not familiar with it, it's just pretty good software for you to edit all these photos. And for now, we got a completely black background, and I think we sort of need to change it. Let me just yeah, this looks pretty weird. PNG. Why is that? It's supposed to look this way. Okay, this is supposed to look this way, but yeah, never mind. Yeah, I remember because I use that for drawing, so it might be a little bit different than what you do. So yeah, never mind. I'm going to just stick with it. Of course, the first thing is that because it's PNG, the background can be transparent. So what I'm going to do is to sort of carve out and make background transparent. And say we got this. Let's open it. And this is other part. Alright, let's go to the laser as well as lightsaber. So yeah, and then I'm going to just to remove the background. For example, if I want to remove the background of a lightsaber, what am I going to do is to find the property here. Let's find the property, and there is a property panel. I can click and drag it to move it here. And I think there are quick actions. We got image size, we got crop, we got a rotate, we got trim, and let's quickly crop everything out. And of course I can remove background. I think the green lightsaber looks pretty good, so I'm going to just get it bigger and remove background. Let me just crop it just for now and remove background, and does not look pretty good. I think because it got a little bit so yeah, I don't think this is a good way of doing it, so I'm going to use another way, which is use the eraser. And because I got my pen here, so I'm going to manually do that. And I think I'm going to add the opacity 100 just to make it completely gone. Pretty good. And because I want the illumination effect, so instead of using 100% flow and opacity, I'm going to just make a half of it and zoom in. And of course, depending on what kind of game that you want to make, you can make it even pixelated, something like that. Alright, so yeah, let me just do a quick, yeah, something like that. And of course you can use better way of doing it, because this is live recording. I'm just using the most simple way, which is just grab my pen to do that. Okay, yeah, let me just use this, and what I'm going to do is to choose it, and of course to move it, deselect it, Command T to move it, maybe exactly at the center of it. Okay, Command D, deselect it. Yeah, let me just erase it a little bit more because it looks still a little bit weird. Yeah, let me just use it this way, okay? Even though I know it looks not so good, but let's just make it organic. Say this is not something that we don't want, but just something that we want, like it's an attribute. Alright, so then let's change that. So we already got this PNG here, and of course we got this lightsaber here. So what I'm going to do is to just click and drag, and of course we got a lightsaber inside of our game. But even though that's sort of intuitive, and yeah, but it is not a good way, because the logic that you have already written will not attach to the game object of a lightsaber. So I'm going to delete it, and in fact I want to sort of replace this lightsaber. So what I'm going to do is to click it, and right here this sprite got a triangle here. So I'm going to choose this lightsaber and sort of replace the triangle. So yeah, and of course the orientation is a little bit weird. I think it can sort of move this way rather than original that way. Okay. Alright, I changed my mind because I think I don't want to get lots of detail and unnecessarily complicated things. So I of course I can do this adjustment, but I think it's better just to create a new game object and start over. So the lightsaber essentially, of course, if it's sort of a standard queue, you can do that, but it already is sort of a stretch out. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is to just ignore this original I think it's triangle, something like that, and just completely ignore it, and just bring that scale back to normal. And of course you can using E to change the rotation of that lightsaber. Let me just get it here, and then of course you can just change the scale 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, and that axis I don't think is necessary. And we got the lightsaber W up and right here. So we just completely ignore this original stretching and just turn it back. And yeah, and of course you can go through with that original ratio, or you just create that all over again. But yeah, I think this looks pretty good. Let's run that to test it out. Yeah, we got a lightsaber turning around, and this looks pretty convincing. And of course, let's look at the console. Yeah, all this works fine. Okay, and of course you can use the same method. Say you want this guy to be a let's see, it'll be a Jedi. Let me just sprite sheet and say RPG game character and Jedi Star Wars. Okay, and yeah, then just let midjourney to work on his magic, and will automatically generate all that for you. So, and I think we already generated a lot of a good image. For example, this I think looks pretty good. So maybe our hero be some robot or this guy, and I think yeah, this looks pretty good. This is pretty Jedi-like, and we can have a image without a sword. So I think this looks pretty good. And yeah, let me just upscale the first one. Okay, upscale the first one. And yeah, this Jedi already generated. I think it's pretty good. So what I'm going to do is to just open that Jedi, And of course, the quickest method, of course, is to quickly crop. So, for example, I like to get the maybe just this one, okay, the center one, and you can just crop it and remove background. Okay, and this time it's done a great job than the previous one. And of course I can just erase everything, E for erase, and just get all this. Yeah, I think they already got this. Oh, they got a layer here. So yeah, essentially if you got a layer, the most quickest way is to use the brush and get everything 100, and then you can just draw black, so it's sort of act like a layer mask. And yeah, good. And of course I can just lower that, get this this part carved out, maybe just yeah, okay, looks pretty good. And of course we need to adjust the eye but a little bit. Of course we often need to adjust that. So for example, let me just add a new layer in case I break this image, and let me say right and choose color here. Get a pretty cute eye. Okay. Pretty weird eye. Let me add a little bit, change the color. And I think I got not the ordinary brush. Let me just use now. Okay, this passes. There's a okay. Let me just use this one. All right. Yeah, so I'll export that to Jedi PNG at my resources. So yeah, basically I just can replace all this William James head or the ham leg, all sort of thing. We don't need that, so I can just delete everything. Just delete, and I think the head can be deleted as well because we don't need that. We just need an empty William JM scam object, and we can just replace that with I think I might as well just create a sprite. Just make a square, so nothing too weird. As a placeholder, say that is your body, and we can just choose this sprite square, and we can just choose Jedi for it. So click and say Jedi, and here we are. We got a Jedi here, and of course you will notice that our character just got a facing left, And we got some sort of a dirtiness here. I just saw this just on my computer, but in fact it's just some of the things that we haven't erased that out. Okay, so because if you move it, we just move with your character, which is not good. So I'm going to do a complete erase of that. And I think the layer right here and should be maybe I just use this paint bucket and just paint everything. Sorry, just paint bucket, just paint everything black. And but I still can't see it, so maybe just use a brush and make it a hard brush. Let me just use general brushes and hard round. Get it pretty big, so sort of just clean, I think the left and right and down. Sorry, just got food out. Yeah, of course this is I'm just being lazy, and I love to use brush whenever I got opportunity. It's just my personal preference. You can do whatever you like. I know all of you guys are pretty fond of Photoshop and they got all sorts of fancy tricks, but since I'm also a part-time digital artist, I just love the brush. Okay, then let's just save it and but export it. So here is a quick way to export the file, and export as a quick export PNG, and we can directly use it. So I'm just going to replace it, so it's much faster. Just replace that asset. Alright, and it's gone, and this looks pretty good. And of course, you will notice that the scale is not good enough. So let me just get it all to 2, so it just become much bigger. Maybe that's too big. Maybe just 1.5. Alright, 1.5. This looks good. 1.5, and move it down a touch. And of course we need to flip it. So what I'm going to do is if you just scroll this and it's flipped, so it's a common practice, especially I will introduce you guys how to code it. Just add a minus here, so it's flipped, and this looks pretty good. And yeah, and there's a lightsaber, there's our guy, and let's just play it. Alright, it's pretty good, pretty interesting. And of course we can use the same method to get the laser, and I think we got all sort of laser here, and I think this looks pretty good. This looks pretty good, right? And I'm going to use the same property, crop, and just focused on that laser, and I think I can rotate it. And let me just remove the background, so it's much quicker. And of course use our brush tool to get it right, and of course I can use sort of a filter to get off fuzzy edges, like a feathering tool, but I just love to use brush. And of course I can just get this opacity and flow down, so it sort of smooths the edges. And you can use multiple brushes for that. That's just too much. And this is badly done, I think, but just to sort of work out the concept. Yeah, you got the idea. And of course, then I can use the lasso tool, get it, and you can transform that. Sorry, you should sort of just flatten it out. Just change it, something like that. Alright, and then maybe use eraser to get all the hard edges. So this is a sort of like a hardcore handcrafted tool. Yeah. Alright, and yeah. So pretty good. And of course you can unlock this layer and remove the background. Sorry, I need to Command D to get a selection gone. Remove backgrounds, and I think I can continue to using a brush to get a background gone. Zoom in. Let's just give it, let's say, yes, just something like that. Yeah, let's just say it's just that. Okay, and I can just get opacity 100% just to be sure that none of the other weird thing happens. So just make sure there are no black mask haven't been covered. Okay, so save it, and of course you can export select quickly PNG, go to that asset, PNG, replace, and go back here, and of course we got all sorts of laser, and yeah, I think we got this asset, not package, but yeah, asset. We got a laser, and then you can just get this say laser here, and this is a circle. We can replace it. You can just click and drag it, so it's much quicker. Let's see the results. Doesn't look too good. Yeah, I think I sort of need to just change it back to its original size. 0.1, 2, and yeah, you got the idea. Then you can just change it to 0.2. And yeah, it's just to quickly become repetitive. Click it here. And the funny thing about it is that the scale of the original game object that you attach to, and the art, the sprite that's attached to original object can be different sizes, and this can cause this problem. So for example, if you got the say collision, because of different sizes of the collision, and you might encounter a little problem. But for now, let's just leave it here. It's pretty dark. Let me just dim it a little bit. And this is sort of like a color mask on his original image, so we can get also the image without changing the sprite that it was attached to. But my personal favorite is that you just get a little brighter, so you can just move it away. Laser, got it here, make it a little brighter. Laser, just leave it like this. Maybe more creative color. Let me make it more bright. Okay, this has just become pretty repetitive. Yeah. Alright, so let's hit play. It's pretty good. It looks pretty good. And of course, so you can change the triangle as well, so you can get the shield done. And of course, you can use midjourney to create background, things that background to the platformer. That's it. Okay. And yeah, that's changed while it's generating. Let's change that to laser as well. So the heat laser will get a pretty much bigger than the original one. That's just too big. Maybe that's too much. And let me give you a pretty bright color. Alright, let's just maybe just make it more laser like. Maybe 0.5, just okay. And then it's already generated, and yeah, let me upscale something like this. Okay, and of course you can add a aspect ratio to it. So let me show you. Imagine ground to the platform background. I don't know whether I spelled that correct, because I'm terrible spell there. And Star Wars, yeah, something like that. And of course you can get the aspect ratio out, and I will get it to maybe something like this. Okay, and let's try this out. Ooh, yeah, good. Looks pretty good. Alright, while it's processing, I can get let's get the protective shield. So yeah, let's use this lightsaber as protective shield. So triangle, you can use laser for that. But I'm going to squeeze a little bit. Let's just run it to see how it pans out. Okay, I think I need to make it like a diamond. Like, so maybe I just got a 2 and 0.3. Okay, so yeah. Let's try this. I already got 2, and let's upscale it. I think this is more Star Wars like, and yeah, let's use this one. So the second one here. The first one looks pretty cool, and this is already generated. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to stick with it, and got this laser asset here. Got this 3 and 2 laser asset here. Sorry, I haven't got a laser. And which one is this one? We got laser, laser. Oh, gotcha. Laser 3 and 2. Good. So let's check this out. And it's still upscaling. I already got this as a premium subscription. Even though it says fast mode, still is that. It's just a don't worry. Yeah, we got diamonds here. Yeah, pretty cool. And let's, yeah, good. Looks pretty good. I can even hit his laser lightsaber, make it change position. I think I can change the scale of the lightsaber because it's not too let's change it, make it longer. So okay, this is much more cool. And why it's generating? Already generated, so pretty cool. And I'm going to save it. So I'm going to save it here as the BG for background, and I can just get that as the background. So I think I can just drag it here, and then of course this sort of at the front of it, I'm going to make it down. Yeah, so for now I'm not going to just using a sorting layer. I just use a default, and I think everything ordered in the layer is just at 0. So for example, everything just 0. So I'm just going to get a minus, so it's a quick sort for that. So it's just become a background, and upscale a little bit, so maybe 1.5. Stretch that maybe not enough. 5. I think that's definitely enough. So alright, and then everything can move, or I could just move the camera. So the main camera is right here, so yeah. So I think I need to change the size of the camera just a touch. So I'm going to click the main camera, and we got a size of 5. I think this is default. Let me just slowly make it much bigger. Maybe something like this. Maybe something like this. And of course I can move the camera as well. Okay. So yeah, and I think for now we can just hit play, just test it out. Okay, so we got our Jedi, we got this lightsaber, we got all this laser, and we got our controllable laser, just like going for the head, like right. And of course this can be hit by our laser because we got collider, so it's sort of just got like this shaking because it got affected by this laser. So we'll change direction and we can move. I think it's pretty good. So yeah, let's just leave it for now because I think this video got pretty long. And yeah, so I just want to demonstrate that as long as you got the logic right, even though you got a pretty, you can just go back to the original, the beginning of this video, you will see it's pretty cool. Like just sometimes you can even treat it as like a joke, right? You just use triangle, use all this circle, use all this like triangle, circle, paper, like cut out paper, like a child playing things, and you can write a few scripts attached to it. But with the help of artificial intelligence and all sort of a tool that's available, you can create amazing thing, and you just can prototype the image, prototype the game in a pretty short time. Okay. So yeah, I just want to make this video to sort of demonstrate and encourage you guys to do that, to try things out, even though even though I think the work right now is a little bit goofy, but I think it's worth trying because and just go out of the comfort zone to try to use the technology, and do not resist the development of technology, but rather to sort of incorporate that into your everyday workflow. All right. And if you're still here, I every time I just forgot to say it. My name is William Jiaming, and it will be great help for me to subscribe to my video. Okay, it will encourage me to do more and share with more free tutorials. And yeah, bye bye. And if you're still here, I forgot thumb up. Yeah, that would be greatest help for me. Okay, bye bye.